conversation, but don't tell them that. All right, that's between you and I, chat. So let's get this started. All right, let's get this party started. I found the place on the VOD where it shows the whatever you call this thing, the interview, and then we'll talk to Nikita. So half an hour for this, and then we'll call Nikita.
State Games, who is here to chat about the new map being added to Escape from Tarkov. Yes, that's right, Streets of Tarkov. But before he joins for the interview, the team behind the game wanted to share an extended new gameplay trailer. Please take a look right now.
This is a longer trailer of Streets. That's actually a gunfire sounds, by the way, in the distance. Man, this area is so big. That's what she said. Is that a new backpack? Nah, it's a sausage backpack. Volume? It's on full volume.
Woo 3 months with dad.
Quiet. Tube. It's 3 months, bro. They're just walking, chat. They haven't done anything. And that's... See some pog champs in the chat. They are. See some pog champs in the chat.
No use of the 5 to 7 SMH. Pog champ.
Come on, the pog champ meter's got to go up. Pog champs in the chat. I think we've got a Pestily Poggers emote too.
Blah blah blah. Twitch baby. Blah blah blah.
What happened there? The that was cool. Wonder how much lag it's going to cause with the destructible environment. You could already do on-hand grenades. Imagine it's client side, yeah. Imagine playing Tarkov and not knowing you can do on-hand grenades.
Much love to you, Pestily. Keep rocking.
Here she comes.
Another month gone.
That was sick and all, but I always wonder, like, imagine if they just got fucking FairTX in to do it. Like, they've got your FairTX, we're gonna pay you, you'll make the trailer, or we'll kill you.
All right, everybody, welcome, please, to the Twitch Gaming Gathering. Nikita!
Hello, Ski.
Nikita, it's so good to talk to you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I absolutely can. All right.
Nice.
Streets of Tarkov. This is so long awaited at this point. Are you just ready? Are you ready for everybody to finally get into the Streets of Tarkov?
Not yet, unfortunately. We still need a lot to do. Actually, it's still in production. We still have a lot of things to complete, but at least we are getting there.
You guys. I know you guys are always
is
working
going to
so
be
hard
sick.
on this game. So thank you very much for doing that. What sort of scale? What sort of scale are we looking at for Streets of Tarkov versus the other maps that everybody's already played?
Like it never was like so
8
big.
months.
Actually, it's
Neat.
bigger than everything. Like you can combine all of the maps together that we have right now, and it still will be so little, like of all the area that we were trying to replicate in the Streets of Tarkov. And this is kind of a problem because like all we need to do is to get everything done, all this like exploration areas, all these buildings together, and make it playable with 60 FPS at least and everything. So yeah, we kind of like get this bar so high that we like we're freaking out every day. Like, oh my god, why
What's my comment? I got highlight. Nice.
I think the best part about it is that the internet has the utmost confidence that you
My
guys
interview's
will
straight after
deliver
this.
on this, and we know you'll give it to us at the right time. So don't worry, Nikita. Take your time. We are ready to play when you guys are ready to give
You
it
see,
to
that's like
us.
he plays Tarkov.
Yeah, no, of course.
I don't want to be rude, but who's Bruce Green?
How many players are you thinking in terms of like actual, like people that are in the game? Can you fit in Streets of Tarkov right now for this map?
Like it's pretty obvious that this kind of location needs a lot of players roaming around, and if we will like continue to use only 10 or 15 PMCs, for example,
That is Bruce Green.
It will feel kind of, I don't know,
Head of IGN. Okay.
vast, kind of empty.
Oh my god, guys.
And we really want to make it 40 PMC
40.
players.
Yeah.
And it's only a PMC players. It doesn't count the scavs,
Of course.
the AI scavs, and some special NPCs. So yeah, like it will be more than 40, I think.
Wait, Nikita, what do you mean by special NPCs?
Unfortunately, I can't tell you everything.
Okay, that's all right. You don't have to. I was just asking. I saw you drop a little hint. I was curious.
Yeah. All I can say right now, it will be
Bruce Green
bosses,
is an OG
of
machinist
course,
guy that
like
used
several
to
bosses
then
on
he
the
went solo,
locations.
super cool
Yeah.
guy, and
Against
does play
location
a lot of
and
Tarkov.
maybe something else. Who knows?
Okay, all right.
Cool.
How many scav bosses are we looking at for Streets?
Minimum count of 2. I think there will be 2 like special bosses on this location, but we think that most likely it will be 3 bosses. And right now, currently, we are looking into the roaming bosses feature that will allow bosses from other locations like meet up on the Streets of Tarkov on the like special occasions.
Yeah.
So it could be more. It could be 4 or 5. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh my gosh. So here's an interesting question that I've been playing Tarkov for years. What is your secret to making the environment so terrifying to play in? Because it feels like a horror game at times. How do you guys do that? How are you building the tension from a game development standpoint?
The secret is pretty actually simple. It's just we try to replicate real life. We try to make everything real, especially in terms of like locations, like buildings, rooms, environments. So we just try to make it real for you to gain this common sense of realism. Like, oh, this looks kind of familiar. This looks kind of real, like shopping mall or something. So you will get this kind of feeling that it could be in
Love the
real life
content,
if
and
it
I'll
could
keep
be in
coming
real
back
life.
for
So
more.
yeah,
Keep it
it's
moist.
just like a level of detail, and adding all of these features, all of these mechanics, and all of this environmental like art things, combining all together into some realistic experience.
Yeah, you guys have done such a fantastic job of making it feel like real life, and it's not a thing that I think people are taking it for granted now in this video game, because that's something that a lot of video games just don't do. So we really appreciate it. I gotta ask just really quick about the tank at the end. Wait, is that something we have to fight, or is that how we're getting out?
Actually, yeah, I can tell you more about this.
Oh, great.
The plan is, yeah, the plan is that this will be some kind of taxi. So you will need to pay a specific amount of money to utilize this kind of vehicle and to use it as a taxi, or like the carrier of your team, or even you can use its gun in semi-automatic way. It will be just like you just pay for the driver, and he will get you for the specific location. You will select the names of the streets and like points of interest into this location, and he will drive you and support you with his like gunfire. This is the main cannon gunfire. So yeah, and the path of the movement of this vehicle will be unpredictable, but you will be able to make some ambushes on it and use RPGs, for example. So yeah, we will make it real. We will add RPG 7 with different kind of charges. We will add some explosive charges and mines and stuff. So it will look more real in terms of like vehicle combat. So we thought about how we could actually counter-fight this vehicle, so we decided to add all of the RPGs and stuff.
Yeah. So
to make it real.
So what you're saying is we're all screwed. That's what you're saying.
Most likely, yes.
Monkey Pants FPS. This is a question from chat, actually. When will we get co-op offline and factory?
Co-op offline is the I think one of the most asking questions.
Yeah.
And we never said that we will not do it, so it's a matter of time. I think closer to release, I hope it will be not so long.
Yeah.
And most likely with the release, we will add this option to play with your friends via like offline PvE or something. It will be online PvE actually on our own servers. And yeah, so like it's planned actually. It's planned, and we never said that it's not planned.
No, you guys are on the way. Like I said, I know there's so many features that you guys are always trying to work for, and we know you're trying to perfect them. So it's a question we always got to ask, but thank you for answering. Also, what does the initial groundwork look like when you're starting a huge map like Streets of Tarkov? Like, do you go out and take pictures of buildings, or do you just have somebody that's like, you know what, I feel like this looks like a block in my hometown? Like, how do you do that?
Actually, like for this specific location for the Streets of Tarkov, there was like a huge amount of work related to referencing.
Sorry guys, I'm taking notes and writing questions.
We did a lot of photos. We like traveled to Moscow, and we tried to make like the combined version of the Moscow and St. Petersburg with the sense of the modern US city. So it could be like, oh, this is like kind of like the top-notch, top-level financial like capital of Russia, like of alternative Russia. So yeah, we did a lot of research, and actually it's ongoing, especially in terms of, for example, 3D scanning. We are like shooting different kind of like environments, 3D scan them to input into the game. A lot of like textures, models, and stuff. Again, to make it real, to make it as much real as possible.
Yep.
And the other part of this process, like it's not enough just to make a city. It's not enough just to make some buildings, like streets and stuff.
Of course.
You need to make it playable. And to make it playable correctly, you need to...
That's not my Discord, by the way.
All of the stuff could like possibly be in this kind of location, in this like
I think it's Nikita's.
possible military conflict within like the cityscape, within the city. So we need to plan all of the passages, all of the broken walls, like all of the entrances, windows and barricades and stuff to fill it more real, more like after battle thing, and to balance it properly.
I was asleep
in
when this
the
happened.
game. So sometimes like it's like simple to understand, like we just need to make a city and that's it. We just need to create some kind of city, like all the infrastructure, roads, like parking lines, parking lots and stuff. But again, when it comes to actually balancing it in terms of the gameplay, we need to make a lot of things, a lot of changes, close different kind of passages, doors, like think about how like people will roam around all this specific location. For example, this video that we just saw, and it's rolling, I think, in the back sometimes, it's just one building. It's just one of the many explorable buildings on this location, and it could be the separate map itself on this Concordia like residential complex. It could be like the separate location because it's balanced for like close combat, close quarter fightings in this kind of environment, like residential complex, and and it's really interesting for us and for everybody how it will be playable if we will have a lot of buildings like this.
Well, it sounds like you guys are, I mean, how much time do you spend on designing the map versus balancing the map? Because it sounds like balancing is probably the hardest part for this.
Balancing, the balancing is just started actually, because lately we just created stuff, a lot of buildings, a lot of streets and everything. And when we decided to cut some things, because otherwise we will continue to make this location for at least 5 years or so. So we just decided to cut things and make some the most valuable places for the players for the future gameplay, and try to balance it properly. And right now we are like starting to understand and play actually how it feels right now, and what we need to do, what we need to change right now before it will be point of no return. So like it's still a lot of work. Like it's the process of creation it is like no matter with the process of balancing it, so it's pretty heavy too.
No, hey, we're all there with you. We're waiting with bated breath like we always do. In terms of sound design, that's another thing I feel like Tarkov is just absolutely nailed when it comes to shooters. How are you guys doing sound? Are you just out in the field recording?
They've actually got a video of them doing this recording of their sound. It's actually really cool to see. It's old effects video, but they got a guy who's like with a little microphone.
We are like recording stuff like in the city, shooting. But of course, it will be a joke. We recorded a lot of stuff and still try to record a lot of like gun-related stuff on the fire ranges all around Russia, and some of the dedicated players.
The sound design is actually quite good. It's just
references, gives us samples
King cost,
like combine all together. But
it's the physical audio is an issue, but the sound actual design is great.
And sometimes it's like curious situations when we are like 5 years ago or even 6 years ago, we are started to record the first pack of the gun sounds, like the shots, and we needed like indoor sounds, like fire sounds of weapons, and it's kind of impossible to find a proper place to shoot in, and it will be totally 100% legal. So we are kind of found some abandoned something, and we shoot with blank weapons.
Of course.
Listen, like the sirens,
that's the best part about this game and you guys has always felt like that's what you're doing it like guerrilla style. And I know we all appreciate because that's what we all, that's how we all creating content when we first start out. And Battle State is just getting, honestly, you guys are getting the best results from it. So it's fantastic. Got another question from chat actually, from FR Blue. How do the destructible walls work?
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting thing. Like this video and in the third teaser, Concordia teaser, we decided to finally make the destructible environment. First of all, it will be minor things, minor physics things, just some books and stuff like keyboards, and it will not be used in networking. It will be just for the visual effect. But as you saw, there is walls that you will be able to breach, and it will not, of course, it will not be all of the walls.
Of course, yeah.
Can't afford it because there's so many places, so many buildings and stuff. But in some key locations of some buildings, there will be a lot of these walls that you can breach, and the AI will use it, and you will use it eventually. So yeah, it's just like it will be like preset areas that we'll be able to breach, and also there will be doors, because we want to add like wooden doors to this to this feature too.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to breach wooden doors with explosives and stuff. Again, it's just like the point of consideration. We're still thinking about how we could actually make it like proper, and I don't know, but we really want to add it because it will add this vibe of destructible environments and the games with destructible environments. So yeah, it could be cool.
Yeah, no, it adds to the realism, which is what you guys are always doing. Got another question for chat. Chat's going crazy, by the way. They are asking so many questions.
He asked the question, Doors
Metal
Buggers.
Sexy was asking, can you tell us more about the karma system?
It's coming out soon.
System, for example, in 12.11, the nearest page that we are making right now, and it's really close. It's really soon.
What's the really soon status?
We will start with Scav Karma and all of the stuff related to it. You'll need to do some kind of things, proper things, and run things, and they will add it to a reputation of fans. And if you will have a lot of this reputation, you will gain perks, even assortments, locked assortments of fans, new stuff. And your Scav will use better gear, and even the boss guards will help you on the location if you have good reputation.
Oh wow!
Like if you have good Scav Karma.
Yeah.
And you can lose it with the Scav on Scav violence.
Sure.
On the Scav on boss violence and stuff. So yeah, it will be cool. So this is the first iteration of Karma. We will see how it will go, and we will use the same approach, and we will add it to the PMC Karma too.
Gotcha. All right. Before we end the interview, I gotta ask, when's the next wipe?
I can't tell you. This is the.
You don't have to tell me, Nikita. You don't have. That's up to you. You can do it whenever. I just gotta ask. Don't worry about it. I just gotta ask. Okay. All right. How can fans and people who want to play Escape from Tarkov follow you? Where should they be checking for updates?
Of course, it's our social media portals: Facebook, vk.com, Instagram. Escape from Tarkov Instagram, for example, our site, our Twitter, Battle State Games Twitter. So it's many places where you can follow all of the updates. I think the most I don't know how to say it, instant
How do people give BSG so much
thing
crap
is
when
our
their
Twitter.
data is more
It's
polished
Battle
than
State.
half the AAA releases
I
of the last
can tell
decade?
it. BS
I don't know,
State
Maestro.
Games. It's Twitter. So you go right here and right there, subscribe, and you will get all of the information.
Nikita, thank you so much for talking to us. It was my pleasure to talk to a legend like you. So thank you very much. No, really, honestly, thank you. Have a fantastic day.
Thank you. You too. Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course.
Wonderful event.
Of course. Thanks, Nikita. All right. Stay tuned. We got lots of great stuff coming up after the break. Of course, Xbox Bethesda in what, about 20 minutes, I want to say?
Right.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Sorry, that was the interview Nikita had, and with Twitch Gaming, with Bruce Green, and what we're going to do now is we're going to interview Nikita. So, I just need to do my usual sound check stuff, so I'll literally be like a minute, all right? I'll be like 1 minute. I've wrote down some of the questions I've got from that. Chuck some questions in chat. I'll ask as many as I can. It's obvious he doesn't want to talk about the wipe, so let's just keep it as much on factory, streets, and other stuff. And that. Yeah, all right, chat. Waiting for a message. I'll do my intermission video, all right? Here you go. Have this. I need to just disable my camera 1 sec. Otherwise, I'll look shit.
Like a personal yacht or a yacht for the kids?
No. Oh, shit.
Ah, Jesus. Oh, it's the sniper guy. He's floating.
I could see that. Oh, I love it when he gets axed like that. Oh, it makes me so happy.
Ah!
Oh, you're fucking joking.
Am I gonna play with you?
No. My wife doesn't play with me. I'm a gamer.
I don't think that was the question.
The fact that she's under the desk right now has nothing to do.
Sugar.
People of France do not respect the fact that you won't call them fries. Well, they didn't like the fact that I called a baguette in a French accent when I was in France. So... These are chippies. Oh, fuck! Where was the audio? Where was the audio? There was a guy shooting me from behind too. The far other end. Oh, you legged me, you piece of shit! Sniper scam over here? Right, that guy's not getting my loot.
What has many keys but can open a single door? Don't know.
Should we make the Pestillion army?
Yo, dude. You should be farming labs, bro. What are you doing?
All right, chat, we're back. I'll mute alerts. Hang on, mute alerts. There we go. Pause alerts. Guys, we're the big boss man himself. Nikita, how you going, dude?
Hello. I'm good. Thank you very much.
Thanks for taking the time to do a second interview in a row. Look at you. You're a busy man.
Yeah, I hope it will be more in a relaxed way and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we won't pick on you too much and ask too many questions. We'll keep it chill.
Okay.
We'll start off with a little bit more comfortable question. Have you been shooting a bit recently?
What again?
You were shooting.
Again?
You do the shooting on every Sunday, right?
Yeah, but right now we have a lockdown, gun lockdown related to a Euro soccer championship.
Okay.
So till the 11th of July, we are it's forbidden to have any kind of shooting events, shooting ranges. Even the gun stores are closed, so we are kind of doing nothing, sitting at home, watching some YouTube and stuff.
You've been watching the Twitch gaming, correct?
I'm watching actually. I watched Twitch game and right after that I switched to the Xbox presentation and I'm watching different kind of trailers and I'm kind of surprised because last year there were no games at all and right now like a lot of games actually, which I wish I won't play most likely because I don't have time. But who knows? At least something new. At least something new. Yeah.
All right, I'll get into the questions because I know we've only got you for half an hour.
Mhm.
So the first one is what stage is the factory expansion up to when it comes to the next patch?
You mean what stage?
Is it finished?
Yeah.
Is it the final little touch ups? Is it
Yeah, yes, it's finished. It was play tested. It actually we are polishing it, so it will definitely will be in 12.11.
Yep.
And everything related to it. The boss also like we are making a setup like pre how to say it. We're making the waypoints and different AI related stuff for the boss because he has a pretty unique approach on the behavior, and that's why we need to make some unique tweaks of the AI subsystem on this location. Other than that, everything is ready, and yeah, everything is ready. It will definitely be in 12.11.
Can you tell us more about the scav boss, or is it going to be a surprise?
I actually can tell you more than that you saw, and on the next week there will be more information about the boss, and I specifically don't want to tell you more because this patch actually we decided not to do the usual Tarkov TV live
Okay.
with a showcase just for you, like just for your
Like the wow factor to when you see it, you're like,
yeah,
oh, what's this?
yeah, just to have more surprise elements in this new page because there's lots of things, especially game changers related to the ballistics and the weapon malfunctions and different kind of stuff. A lot of rebalancing, a lot of different kind of things related to leveling, and it will be pretty interesting to see how it will be with especially with the new ballistics level ballistics. We changed the penetration of nearly every object on the locations. So I have even several clips demonstrating how things changed, but I don't have it right here. I just remembered, and yeah, and not to mention it, we just want you to feel it by yourselves, because I can tell you that it will be different. I think the gameplay will be the same, but
It'll have a
you will
different
need
feeling to it, like when you're playing. Yeah.
to learn things once again, especially in terms of combat, and you like many of you got used to hide between different kind of covers, and right now it will be obsolete. They will be not useful at all. So you'll need to learn something new. Of course, I love the thing in EFT that you constantly need to learn things, and even if it's related to something new, like some new features, some new rebalancing stuff, it feels natural for us and for you. So get ready to feel it different. It will be the same mostly, but it will be different, especially with the malfunctions and stuff, because now you will be able to receive the first type of malfunction is a misfire, and this misfire could ruin your whole experience. It will like make
Cause
you
death.
yeah. So you will need to take care of your weapon, repair it, and be more cautious in terms of durability of your weapon, and not only your weapon, but also with a different kind of modifiers on a durability burn, some so-called durability burn modifier of different kind of weapon parts. Silencers, muzzle devices, even dust covers will have an effect. So you will need to add to the whole lineup of weapon and weapon part characteristics more characteristics. So you will need to understand it. Like it will be more difficult for you, of course. But the one who knows, the one who understands in EFT, eventually wins. So
knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the Streets of Tarkov, there are 2 bosses currently that you have planned. One, to my understanding, is the car dealership guy. Something about a car dealership. Can you tell us anything about him or her?
I actually, because I mentioned him a long time ago, I can tell you more about him, but I will not tell about another one, or as I mentioned in the interview, that we want to
add more.
Have the feature that there will be a chance of some kind of event that the other bosses of our location will can lead some kind of meetup, like
an event.
I don't know. Yeah, and you will have the thing, like you will be able to meet Kila, for example, on the specific part of the Streets of Tarkov, because Streets of Tarkov is huge. I constantly thinking about the thing is the Streets of Tarkov is so huge. We don't need any other locations in the game. We don't need them at all, because if we will just make this location, it would be enough for the game.
We'll get rid of the rest. We'll just have streets.
No, we will not get rid of the rest. I'm really curious about the gameplay in this location, because it's huge, and most likely it will be the maze, and the gunfire, the combat in it will be, I don't know, situational. It will not be like something like you
need to be methodical about it, because there's going to be so many places that people could be. Is that the kind of thing?
Yeah. Most likely, you will not meet any other player, but you will definitely meet AI players or bosses or Roman squads, AI squads or something. So we have several ideas and features how we could actually use them on this location. And the main goal for us is to make something unique, to add unique behaviors of AI, of typical scavs AI, add more AI PMCs and stuff, and we want to make them use the environment, the cityscape environment, more natural, how you can use it like in real life combat in the cities. I don't know. So it's still a huge research and development process right now, and I can't tell how exactly it will be, because I really don't know, because I try to replicate it in my mind, like what would be in the real life in such kind of big city. Even we are cutting up some of the areas, and still I don't understand how exactly it will be playable. At least it will be explorable. It will be really interesting to explore, and it will give you the feeling that you are alone, kinda. But most likely you're not alone. Like not most likely, you will be not alone for sure, 100%. But it will give you such a good feeling as a single player game, single player RPG. You will have your own goals. For example, to go to the specific location, apartment, or I don't know, an office, and you will need to travel all the way down the city, and there will be so many places near you to visit, and most likely somebody will be there. But you have your own goal, and you need to travel and see the specific apartment or something, and it will give you the feeling that the place is huge, and better not try to search everything and look everything. You need to maintain on your goal, follow your mission, otherwise you will get in trouble. Something like this.
Yep. So yeah, it'll be like an intense immersion, and the feeling that you're alone, but you know you're not alone. So it's like a horror game too. So
yeah, I forgot about the boss. Yeah, so the boss, one of the boss will be the car dealer boss. It will not. He will not be like the actual car dealer. He will just be like a really big guy with the machine gun, and the car dealer place. We actually saw it on the second teaser, I guess. It will be fortified place with the snipers all around it, with the like booby traps and stuff. So it will be some kind of fortified place that like there will be a really bad option to assault it. You will actually better avoid it because it will be the base of operations of city scavs, and most likely you will die because they have gun emplacements, they have like minefields, they have controllable mine ambushes and snipers everywhere and motion detectors. So it will be a really hard place to assault. But it could be interesting to see how like those who want to assault it will die instantly almost.
I have
But
okay.
yeah, the last thing that the boss will be located in this compound, but he will actually roam around this location too, for some reason. So you'll be able to ambush him near this compound, or you can try to ambush the whole compound, try to assault it, and see how fast you will die.
Sorry, I was taking notes. Okay, so the BTR.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a tank?
It's not like tank. It's actually like the armored personal carrier with a gun, with a large caliber gun, and we want to add 2 types of them. As you heard, it will be a taxi kind of thing.
Yep.
You'll not be able to drive it like in Battlefield, like you're like the single one who controls everything. The mechanical parts, the tracks and the gun and everything. You will be able to pay some money and use it with 2 options. First, go there and fuck things up. Like you
Right.
you don't need to actually ride it. Sun over here. Nice. Finally, the sun.
Wait, isn't it like midnight for you?
No, it's not midnight. It's 9 p.m. 9 p.m. I need to close my something. Come on.
Just take a note. It's not a tank. It's an APC. Thank you.
It's not a tank yet. So again, we plan to add 2 types of them. First one is the BTR 80, which we saw with the
with the trailer number 3.
With the gun which use OFZ shells, for example. I think we'll add also non-battle version of it, like without gun, just the carrier. And also we want to add the BMP, like on the tracks.
Yep.
And it will be more powerful, it will have more ammo, it will have more people on it and even inside. And it will be, of course, more expensive to hire this thing. And as I mentioned, you will have an ability to take these vehicles out, and this will be RPG 7 with different kind of charges, different kind of grenades, anti-personnel grenade, armor piercing grenade. I don't know. Maybe we will make even thermobaric stuff too. But it's all starting to sound like Battlefield. And of course, we can't know.
When are we going to have jets then?
What?
Fast jets, the planes.
Oh, no fast jets, just bicycles.
Bicycles.
Yeah.
All right. I know I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I've got so many questions. So, phases of map development. So you do the grey boxing, you do design and art, and then you make the map. Then you do balancing and testing, etc. With the phases, where would you say Streets are at? Because you've got a playable map there. Like there's footage of you guys going around there having fun. Mm-hmm. When can we have fun, and what's the phase of the development of the map?
So right now we are making the first tier of playable areas, which are connected with the streets. So the thing is that we will not make everything with the release of Streets of Tarkov, 100%. Otherwise, we'll need like much more time to do it. We will make like the first tier, the first level of like playable areas. It will be like a lot of building, a lot of places, but we will constantly update it with the expansions constantly, and there will be 10 or 20 expansions right after it. That's we need it to do, like we need to finally release it actually, and for you to play it. And right now we have completed like 100% polished parts, big parts of the city, playable parts, actually, which the parts that were shown on this trailer is just one single building. We decided to make the trailer just about it, like the Concordia residential complex. It doesn't mean that everything around is not ready. Everything around is ready too. Like a lot of buildings, a lot of places, the full-scale movie theater, for example, the police station and stuff. So everything is like some parts are 100% ready in terms of art, in terms of detalization, except of course loot places, door keys, quests and stuff is just an art, and and that's it. And there is no actual big optimization done yet on this location, because when we combine all together right now, it will be
Massive.
Yes, it will be massive. It will not okay in terms of performance. And right now we are working on new internal like system to optimize it, cool it, like a dynamic cooling and stuff. And this is pretty hard for us because again, we decided to make this location and raise the bar so high we can't imagine how we can see the bar, like it's over there above the clouds. And
Okay.
we just need to. I'm telling you, like honestly, that yes, we are confident that we will release Streets of Tarkov. We wanted to release it this year, but most likely it will not be released this year. But it doesn't mean that it will be released like 2 years or something. Early next year is possible for us, so I can tell you that. And I really want to have the internal playable location, Streets of Tarkov, for the internal and maybe ETS testing phase, something to test, something to play. Because again, even if we actually release what we have right now, like let's imagine we like optimized it like 100% cool, it could be not playable in terms of balancing and and passes and waypoints and everything, AI, because we need to make another type of the AI, like dynamic despawning of AI and stuff, because to have this ongoing roaming like amount of AI to make the game interesting. And of course I called it 40 PMC count. 40 PMC count is like a big number, but it's possible. It's possible because I see already have like additional discussion that we actually right now we have a condition on the reserve. There is a condition of when you can have 38 players, 38 PMCs on the location. So we can have it already, but it needs to be optimized in terms of huge and complex city location, because it will definitely bring some overloads on the server.
Yep.
So yeah.
So okay, I'm going to bring up 3 points because I feel like it all goes into the one thing. So the next phase of Unity, which will help the optimization side of things, and also the we've seen a teaser for NVIDIA Reflex, and I know you've spoken about DLSS in the future. Can you give us more information on when the next Unity engine should be released, and then also NVIDIA Reflex and DLSS?
Reflex is coming really soon. DLSS is actually an NVIDIA set that it's a shame that I mentioned DLSS. They wanted to make some kind of surprise and everything, but they didn't ask me to not to tell about it.
Okay, so cut that out. Everyone just get rid of it. It's all good.
We're working on it right now, I can tell you that, because there is a ongoing work on our side, on the side of NVIDIA, because we need to like connect all the things together to make everything working. And about Unity 2019, it's like, actually, if we didn't have current patch preparations, we actually would be working at testing Unity 2019. So technically, it's ready for the testing, but practically, it's not ready because we are pretty busy on the patch 12.11 right now. Because most likely, right after patch, I think 1 or 2 weeks will pass, and we will upload the Unity 2019 version on the ETS servers to test.
So with the ETS servers, it's been asked about a lot. Is when are they going back up to start being used for testing?
I think 10 days after patch release. 10 or 2 weeks, maybe for 14 days after patch release. We already planned several activities to test, and we just wait the perfect moment. Because it's not good to actually run it right after the patch, because everybody playing the patch, and
That when nothing get done.
Yeah, it's better to drive people a little, and they will go to ETS with a full effect.
All right, so I've got you for 5 more minutes. I'm gonna ask one question I got from chat, and then I'll ask any questions from chat. Arabic localization for the game. Do you have anyone working on that? Could we get someone to help out with that?
Most likely somebody already working. I can tell you because we have a localization manager. I could ask him about it. I can tell you, but most likely yes, because I know that many more additional languages are ready to publish, but again, we are waiting for the perfect moment and like different kind of issues with it. So most likely it's been done, but I can tell you like 100% sure when it will be.
All right, I'm gonna belt feed questions, and you can just say whatever you want. So Lighthouse? Question mark?
Lighthouse is getting like what we decided. I can tell you that like the super secret information.
Super secret.
We decided to take the 70% of those who works on Streets of Tarkov for a short period of time and finalize things on the Lighthouse location. For that purpose, that you will receive the Lighthouse location before the Streets of Tarkov location. It will be big, it will be interesting, it will be content, a new location. I know that many of you were waiting for the big and new location, but the Streets of Tarkov is too big and too heavy to lift right now, and I said that it will not be available this year, most likely. But you need to play something. So we decided to make Lighthouse this year, and we need more people to make it real. And it's not only about like rearranging the part of the Streets of Tarkov team to that. We also like hiring a lot of people to enforce our department. It doesn't mean that like the Streets of Tarkov will be delayed. I'm talking about like the short period of time, like just to finalize some critical things and make everything like back on track.
So between now and Streets, you've got also that project working. So then you can have Lighthouse come out in the next, say, 6 months.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps asking. I might as well ask it. VoIP.
VoIP. You mean wipe or VoIP?
VoIP.
VoIP.
I can ask wipe too, but it's up to you. Just say Thursday.
I don't see a single question about wipe. Not a single one. Just VoIP.
Okay. Yeah,
so
wipes cancelled. No wipes.
As I said many times about VoIP, at first I thought that it will be not a good idea. Then I decided like
it's a good idea. Don't listen to them.
It's a good idea, and we decided to do it, and that's it. I don't know, like I'm kind of forcing it in the 12.12 patch. The next one right after 12.11, I'm kind of forcing it. So let's hope it will be there.
Okay.
Like the VoIP.
The inertia. That's 12.12.
Yes, 12.12. So like the most like the most prioritized features of 12.12. We have the plans for 12.12. Actually, we kind of signed off the list. So it's kind of secured and placed in the milestone schedule.
I'm trying to find a question that's not what. Crap. Do you have a date for 12/11?
12/11. We plan to release it this month. Let's say it like this. Because really, I didn't want to tell you like the exact. We have exact date actually, but I don't want to tell you because usually something.
It's all right, chat. He'll tell me. I'll leak it. All right, we got you.
Yeah, I will tell you tell him somehow, and he will tell it somehow too. Because, like, really, we don't want to spoil things with it. Because you understand when I say exact time, something will go not right, and
yeah, the whole a lot of people don't remember the whole clean situation where clean was like, is there a wipe this month? I know there's a wipe this month, and then like it was like cities were being burnt down and cars were flipped. It's like if you tell a date and then you don't meet it, it's like people lose their shit. So that's a good one. Someone said about the optics. The optic rework is in 12/11, correct?
Yes. Huge rework.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that.
I can link you something, some picture. Wait a second. I have some pretty interesting picture. Oh no, it has a lot of debug information. I can cut it out, like only the needed part. I hope you will understand.
Just share your screen and just start playing around with everything and show us everything.
No, it's too extreme. There's a lot of forbidden stuff on my screen right now. Okay, I'm showing you on the Telegram. Don't show them my stuff.
All right, just give me 1 sec, chat. Secret business going on here. Do I save image? There we go. I'll put that on the desktop. Save. Minimize. Oh, chat. I don't know if we should show it. Hang on. All right. That's the I'm trying to fathom this. So is it the shotgun, the 155?
Yes.
Oh, I'm good at this. And that's the new like smart shotgun.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, that looks sick.
There's a special module for it called thermal camera, and actually it's a really rare item. But if you install it on MR155, it will give you an ability to have this kind of shitty thermal imaging device, but it works. It works. And also there will be another thermal imaging device I can show you too. Just a second.
Oh shit!
It's shittier thermals, but it's just fancy to have it. Like it's really funny, actually. Like it's really funny. I really like it because I actually have this.
You can see how excited he is, chat.
It's really cool. Funny. It's most likely it will be not so good to use. It will not be so useful, but it will be pretty cheap in terms of relativity to like the big thermal optics.
Just getting it, chat. 1 sec. You get that one, yeah. So this can go on anything. That's on an M4, right?
Yeah, it's a small thermal reflex. It's not reflex scope. It's actual thermal optics, but really small and really like pixelated, and the distance is pretty low, but it looks like something from like Black Ops 3 or something.
Is this coming out in 12/11?
It's 12/11.
Wow.
It's all like with the 12/11, also with the new gun and stuff. Again, we don't want to show you everything and tell you about everything.
All right.
You will see all the stuff.
Look, Nikita, I know you're super busy. I know there's lots of questions and everyone would want to ask them all, but thank you so much for taking the time. I'll let you get back to doing what you were doing, watching some TV and that, and relaxing. Seeing it's 9 o'clock. So thank you so much for getting up. Offline co-op. He answered that question, chat. He answered that question in the Twitch gaming thing. He said it's a high priority. They've moved it forward, and they're going to have it before release. All right, send me down. Settle down,
guys. Just wanted to mention that be prepared for something interesting. I hope it will start with the next week. Some cool stuff will be. So it will be a good thing to notice, maybe to go back into the game. Will be some interesting stuff. I hopefully starting next week, but I'm not sure yet, but we will see.
All right, Nikita, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. I have so many notes now. There's like a million things I need to talk about. So thank you so much for that.
Now it's time for you to make that video.
It is.
With a lot of stuff.
Not going to lie,
Okay,
I've been needing to do a poo this whole time. So that's why I'm like kind of bouncing on the spot. So I got to get to the bathroom and then I'll come back and I'll film a video. But thank you so much for the time. Yep. And I really do appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, answer these questions. And yeah, we'll definitely be talking soon.
Okay. Bye-bye, people. Have a nice day, night, evening, and morning.
Can you say like and comment for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe?
Like and subscribe. And don't forget to... вот эта вот фигня, как она называется? Колокольчик этот. How like this bell, like the bell
notification
thing.
Bell.
Notification bell. Don't forget to press notification bell. Like and subscribe. Become a sponsor. Buy a milk. Learn Spanish. Bye-bye.
Love you, Nikita. Catch your mate. All right, chat. Give me 1 sec. How do I enable my camera? Oh, maybe Discord's not letting me. Buy milk, learn Spanish. All right, chat. There's your... Why is my camera not working? What? Ah, hello. Hello. Like and subscribe and learn Spanish. How many YouTube channels are going to steal that from me before I could post it? All right. So there was plenty of information there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I've got to clean up my screen now because there's shit everywhere. Give me 1 sec. All right, chat. This is the recap. This is the recap now. I paused the alerts. Hopefully they'll just stop for a sec. All right, cool. All right. What does VIP get you? A little pink thing next to you. There's a bit going on with this because there was 2 interviews and I put all my notes matched together. All right. So, Sorry, chat. 1 second. Can you do a backflip? No. Hi guys, this is Pestilly and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. Just right now, I just finished an interview with Nikita, the COO of Battlestate Games, and just before I interviewed him, he was interviewed on the Twitch gaming website or channel by Bruce Green. So I'm going to mix and mash all the information together so you've got the full summary right here, nice and easy for you guys to take on. So without further ado, let's crack straight into it. All right, so starting with Streets of Tarkov. Now, there was a lot of information for Streets of Tarkov, and I'll try my best to combine it all right now and give you the down and dirty and nasty. First up, 40 player count. We've spoken about that a fair bit. Their aim is to have 40 players on there. We got to see a new extended trailer video of the Streets of Tarkov with their new area. It went for about 5 minutes. I'll put a link down below to the actual full trailer if you want to watch it. But it's like a full playable environment right now. They're actually up to the stage now where they're fixing up the they want to put the loot, keys, and getting the task ready. So the actual area is developed, or the area that they showcased, and they're putting in the more finer touches. So they're bringing it up into stages. There's going to be multiple areas within Streets of Tarkov, and their aim is to like release a large portion of the map sometime early next year. And then they'll expand it into more and more areas as the game develops. There is the BTR-80 that's going around in the map as well. And Nikita said that it's not a tank, it's an APC. And it's going to have 2 different options that you can use it for. So you can tell it to go to a certain area and fuck shit up, in his words, not mine. And also you can use it as a taxi. They are planning to put also a BMP into it, which is a tracked variant of a Russian APC. It's actually more of an infantry fighting vehicle, but we won't get into that. But that will be more expensive and have the same options. So it'll hold more people as a taxi, and we'll also be able to get sent to an area to fight people. So really cool that they're including vehicles, and they look really sick if you didn't see them in the trailer already. As countermeasures to these vehicles, they're going to add RPG-7s. And this will be what you can use to destroy the vehicles, but also be able to like take out people as well. There is destructible environment in the Streets of Tarkov area, and it's going to be client side for the majority of stuff. So like when you see bookshelves and books falling off the bookshelves, that will all be on the client side. However, obviously the big breach room or breach walls and doors, that will obviously be more server side, but it's going to be able to be breached by not just the players, but the AI will breach it as well. So that's really cool. 1 sec. So they currently have 2 scav bosses planned for Streets of Tarkov. The first one that we know about is this really big guy that's going to be hanging out at the car dealership. And the car dealership is going to be this fortified area. It's going to have snipers. He's going to have a machine gun. And yeah, it'll be the base of operations for scavs in that area. There's going to be snipers, motion detectors. But the one cool thing he said was, if you do try to like take on the compound, you will most likely die. However, the boss will roam away from the compound, and you'll be able to try and ambush him outside of the area instead. So if you want to, you can try and take him on that way. However, if you do want to take in a full squad and then take on the whole compound and get through it, there's the option to do that too. I like this idea. This sounds really cool. He didn't say anything about the second scav boss. It's more of a secret, and he wants to kind of be more of a surprise. Maybe they'll release more information a bit later on. But the one major thing about Streets of Tarkov that he keeps talking about is the immersion of Streets. He wants you to feel that you're in this big area and you're all alone, and you're like kind of like a horror film, but you're not actually alone there. So it's like that whole feeling like, holy crap, I'm in here by myself. This is going to be hell. But at the same time, you're not there by yourself. So that's really cool that they're doing that. So I did touch on where it is in the development, and like I said just before, they've actually finished a large portion of the development of the map, and now it's more down to the finer details, being the task keys and loot for the areas. So really cool But he did say, unfortunately, it will be most likely early next year for the release of Streets of Tarkov. I asked what stage the factory expansion's up to, and he said he's completed, it's ready to go, and it's not too far away at all. He didn't want to tell anything more about the actual map itself or the scav boss that we've seen with the sledgehammer. He pretty much just said they're just working on some pathing stuff now and the finer details with that. But he wants it so when patch 12.11 comes out, that a lot of the things are going to be really exciting, and there won't be a Tarkov TV live before the next one. So I imagine, and this is just how I like from the experience of me playing this game for so long, they'll probably release the patch notes, and then about a week after that, the patch will come out. So there won't be a Tarkov TV live showing all the little things and building up that hype. They're just going to put the patch notes out, and then I guess a week later the patch will come out. So hopefully that's not too far away. He said they are planning to try and get it out this month. Have to wait and see. As for the ETS servers, they are currently down, and he wants to have them back up 2 weeks after the next patch, so they can test out the new Unity engine. He did say it sounds like they can actually start using it quite soon. So I guess the patch would come out, and then 2 weeks after that, they'll start trying out the new Unity engine on the ETS, and then if I guess it goes smooth, then we'll get to see it. Lighthouse is planned for this year. They're trying to get Lighthouse. They've put 70% of the team that was working on Streets now across the Lighthouse, and they want that map out this year. So in between now and the end of the year, we'll have Lighthouse, and then at the start of next year, we get Streets of Tarkov. So it's cool to know that they're working on that. VoIP and Inertia is in 12.12, and they've pretty much locked away and sealed the deal on all the stuff that will be in 12.12. So I'm guessing that the majority of the team that was working on 12.11's development has finished the development side, and now that that's all the testing and polishing sides in action, and the actual main development crew's moved on to 12.12. So that's cool to know. As for the optimization of stuff, so the next phase of Unity, NVIDIA Reflex and DLSS. He said the DLSS wasn't meant to be leaked, but he brought it up some point a while ago, and now that NVIDIA wanted to announce it, but it's all good. But so that's in the works, and Reflex is going to be soon. And the one last thing to touch on about the durability on the next patch, because there's scav car and durability. He didn't want to talk about it all too much over both interviews, but effectively, when you pick up a gun, it's going to have different durability amounts, and then the modifiers on the guns can actually affect how often you'll have weapon malfunctions. And this could be stuff like suppressors, muzzle devices, and dust covers. So there'll be actual, I guess, I don't know how to word it, a debuff, a negative effect from having certain suppressors on and stuff that will increase the chance of a stoppage happening. So this is going to be game changing for a lot of people, because it won't. I'm hoping that this will actually reduce full auto meta a little bit, and move it into more of a, you have to be a little bit more tactical with how often you fire full auto, because most people in real life don't shoot full auto in combat because it's a waste of ammo. So yeah, it might actually mix it up and then make semi-automatic have a less chance of it happening. I don't know. Have to wait and see. But that is pretty much the full summary of everything from the actual the chat that I had with Nikita, and also everything that was brought up via the Twitch gaming interview by Bruce Green. Also, hang on, just one other thing. Fuck, what was it? Oh, yep. The last thing, he did actually leak some small little images that are going to come with 12.11, which is there is the MP155 with the thermal that's attached to it, and there's also another little thermal. So I'll have them up on the screen. So if you're interested in seeing that, that's where you see it. There was something else, chat. Fuck, what was it? I'm gonna finish this, and then I'll be like, nah, it wasn't inertia, wasn't karma. No, it was something to do with. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. All right, so if you are interested in watching the full interview, I'll have that up on my channel. Probably, I don't know, 12 hours after this finishes. But yeah, besides that, I've got a little special message from Nikita. You can you'll get that, and then we'll finish the video. So let's go. So you heard the guy, learn Spanish, drink milk, and lastly, guys, I'll see you next time. All right, chat, that'll do.